Hey there, huge thank you to all the names on screen right now. The renegades who click the join button down below and contribute to the channel financially. Hugely appreciate it, my friends. If you do enjoy the content, we stream live at twitch.tv/Let's Suffer Together, but you can also click that like button, subscribe and ring that bell if you want to be notified about when we put out fresh content most days. Enjoy the show, my friends. Hey there, welcome back to Noita. I'm Suffer of Let's Suffer Together, back in the mountains, my friends, and today the beta branch of the game has received a few more updates I want to go through for the 4th edition of our little look-see into the whole Noita patch notes. So, firstly, if you want to be experiencing most of the updates that get put out, firstly, as I said in the very first update video, you can go into the old Noita, you click on the properties, you go there, you'll go into, if I can drag and drop, there we go. Into general, you go into betas and you click on the beta branch or none. You'll want beta branch if you want to be experimenting with some of the things that might be coming into the main branch of the game. Not everything is been pushed to the main branch. The very first patch that got put onto the master main branch was pushed quickly because it was a security issue with the mods. I think with the other patch, they're going to be taking their time, making sure what they fix is fixed properly and is all round not causing more problems than they're trying to fix. So, when it comes to the patches that have been added to this here monumental stack of bug fixes, most of which we've already gone through in the first 3 videos for the update, that you'll be able to go through and we go into more depth, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4 additions. Now, this is an excuse also, since especially the Runestones and the Polymorphine have a little more, in-depth discussion and we can actually demonstrate a little bit, mainly to check they're actually doing what it says on their tin. But the first one, Polymorphine, doesn't reset the player stats. We'll be going into that one, showing you exactly how it goes through, so if you give me a moment, we'll just move through to Ukko's empty kill message. Ukko! Killing via stealth. Whenever Ukko kills you, sometimes when you die, it doesn't give you a reason why Ukko killed you. For every other type of death, it gives you a specific message as to why you die. Say, Pikatuli Karpanen by fire, or if you kill yourself. Mina's slice damage or something like that. Now, as with the explosion damage, moving on to the next one. Explosion damage is now displayed correctly, was one that got put in a little while ago. Now the melee inventory has been resolved because not only explosion didn't have correct damage numbers, but melee damage didn't have numbers at all. Now we have actual damage / melee. So you can actually do a few more calculations if you go into war with anybody in exactly how much damage you may do under certain circumstances. We're going to be testing the actual tentacle. We've got a nice little always cast tentacle one. We're going to be going whipping around, seeing if we can cause exactly 20 damage. Now, runestones are more random now. So there's about 6 runestones in the game, I believe. Can have a little check here, I think. Items. Yeah, you've got edges, fire, light, magma, metal, emptiness, weight. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Very nice. We're going to be going through 3 of them today and some of the exceptional things you can do with them. We've already had a video on this, but I think since it's in the patch notes, we can go through once again exactly what makes these runestones so special in the game. So we have a bit of polymorphine to talk about specifically. Oh, that's the credits. We have a bit of poly to discuss. Polymorphine does not reset player stats. What does that exactly mean and why? And the Ukko empty message will now state exactly why and how Ukko killed you. Inventory now displays melee damage. We'll see if we've got a whip it. We've got a nice little tentacle. We've got a little bit of hentai, and our wand. And we'll see if it does exactly 20 damage or if it's a bit variable. And runestones are a bit more random now. We'll see on the way. As we head down to Colmy. Whippy. Hey, beautiful. So I've loaded myself out with an appropriate amount of things. Firstly, we need a bit of a whippy in someone's face. 20 damage. That was about 20. Yeah, 20 damage, 20 damage. Very nice. Good 24 damage. I've always thought melee damage was a little bit variable depending how the tentacle hit. Because sometimes you know, the tentacle doesn't hit exactly on. That was 20 damage exactly, so it looks like the damage numbers bang on. And I always thought it might depend on exactly how much tentacle. 15, you see, it's a bit variable. It's not like, since it's an entirely, you know, lengthy piece of equipment, the end of the tentacle might do more or less damage than the actual thick kind of part of the tentacle closer to your wand. So, when it comes to the polymorphine, now does not reset player stats. What exactly does that mean? We used to be able to, when going into a portal, and this extended out into a few things, but for this demonstration, we used to be able to polymorph ourselves before going into a portal, go into a portal, and the game would forget the previous floor. And if you're aware, if you do not kill anybody, and it's fixed, if you do not kill anybody within a floor, you get a pacifist reward, a chest that spawns here. However, if we were polymorphed and we came through and we killed people in the previous, we would get a pacifist reward. So you could kind of cheese your way to certain rewards that you didn't really earn just for a bit of polymorphine. Now, it's dangerous liquid, but it was a bit too on the nose, really, a bit too cheeky. So, tentacle. It does does exactly what it says on that tin. Whip to the face. The polymorphine, obviously now stats related to polymorphine. From what I've heard, if you're aware of the new perk duplication technology, which we showcased on one of our own videos, where you need to turn into a sheep, or you need to polymorph in any way, shape, or form, whether it's unstable, whether it's chaotic poly, or anything else. At the nullification chamber, where you drop all your perks, you turn into a, you know, turn into something else while dropping all your perks, and you can duplicate your perks. That is still okay. You can still do that. This is not what this patch is about. It's primarily about polying into a portal. So, because the game, when the sheep is innocent, it's killed no one. So when you jump for a portal, the pacifist reward chest was previously, and probably not anymore, it was all calculated when you jump through the portal. So hopefully that's done, that's dusted, we explained that well, bit of speed. Nice. So we have 3 runestones. We have metal, edges, and emptiness. So, we need to get down to Hisi base for metal, because that's where it's best demonstrated. Firstly though, we shall go to an old friend. A very old friend. A new... Oh, Ukko, how you doing, man? Whoa. Mate, is that... What am I... This happened recently in one of my no-hit runs. I've been trying to do a no-hit, no-ones run with varying degrees of success. I got down to the R twice. It's not so bad. It's just that it's a highly volatile no-hit run in success rate. And yeah, that happened to one of my tablets recently. So we lost... metal. We'll get metal back. Or it is what I crave. But we're going to go to an old friend. Because, say you are not well equipped to deal with bad people. Well, you have Runestone of emptiness. You want this orb. You collect the orb. But you fear the man. He's coming. So we can drop this. And he can try and fire at me. Man will try and eat this though, so you've got to constantly put it down, and it will delete projectiles. Very, very powerful. Oh, very powerful. He's stopped me from being able to shoot. I can no longer shoot my weapon. However, we can keep on reapplying this. You can't get a shot off. I must warn you, when it comes to this Runestone of emptiness, oh, bloody hell. the enemy can shoot. Their projectile, as you saw, exists for a fraction of a second, a few frames. So you could, theoretically, use chainsaw to kill this man. However, his poly shots will still exist for a fraction of a second. So if you find yourself in a situation you're not really, you know, fancy dealing with Runestone of emptiness is for you. And you run away, all heroically. And live to fight another day. That's what you can do with the emptiness. We did have a chainsaw one, actually, but I didn't really fancy being turned into a sheep. It's powerful, the Runestone of Emptiness, but you have to give it a bit of respect, you know? Projectiles still exist. When we concern the Runestone of Metal, this happens. All metal explosives will explode. Metal will turn into a tasty liquid. Now, this is powerful, not only for blowing up explosives. As we can see right here. Very interesting result. I mean, some people like to shift, some people just like to turn their entire biome into a squidgy little liquid. Ow, that's painful. That's painful. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought I gave myself more extra lives than that. Hey, you've got to watch out, because sometimes you can actually approach a runestone, and sometimes it can already be active. It's a runestone of edges, and I will very quickly be able to pick that up, teleport myself to the volcanic lake, into the laboratory. Now, I've got nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Apart from my runestone of edges. So when you inevitably, when they push this update, find more runestones, I'll take it. No more shuffle. Yeah, man. I will. I'll do it. Now I've got something. But I don't think it was very practical. So, spoilers, by the way. Just in case. Yeah, that's fine right there. Go shoot, mate. Do it. It turns all projectiles into saw blades. Colmy's pretty weak to that. So it's much like the Runestone of Emptiness, except it doesn't delete the projectiles. It changes them. It is basically a way of modifying other enemies' projectiles. And of course, you've got liquids that kill you, you've got enemy projectiles. If you want to sort out enemy projectiles, because you might be having a lot of HP, right? But you're weak to certain shots, like mage shots, poly shots. You might have a lot of HP, like to absorb damage from saw blades, but you can't take poly shots, and you can't take weakening shots of some kind, you know? This is a way of getting around it. Even your own shots turn into saw blades. Again, you can see the purple of my spark bolt. My spark bolt exists for a very short period of time, so there are exploits to this. You will be able to work with these and exploit them to still technically use your spark bolt. So you can go into an enemy and say shoot like this. You shouldn't hear. You don't hear the saw blade, do you? It's because it doesn't exist. Because the spark bolt is hitting the enemy so soon after you've launched it, the saw blade doesn't have time to be summoned. Unlike this. So it makes a distinct sound. So, looking forward to anything Nola has to push in the next few days. I'm going to wait a little while. I thought today, since I've already done the Runestone video a long time ago, and some of you might not have seen it. It's one of those that, if you want to know more, I think we go through nearly all of the Runestones in that video. I'll shove it in the description. But also, I wanted to cover the release notes as well when it concerned the polymorphing as well, just so we're kept up to date on it, and you're aware of what's likely to come into the main branch soon. And if you have any ideas, comment sections, and you want a science in the beta branch, you know, there's always the Noita Discord as well as, you know, many other places you can, you know, get some feedback on the go, bug reports and whatnot, because you can guarantee, nothing's perfect, but at least it's an attempt to move forward. And ooh, very nice. Yeah, I got the old no gold NOLA symbol. Very nice. Ooh, it spins. But anyway, my friends, thank you for taking the time to enjoy today's video. Hey, again, if you want one thing fixed in Noita, what do you want? Get it down in the comment section. I'm interested to hear about it. Because, again, it's one of those that, they're on it. They've got a massive bug list that I've heard about. One of them involves homunculus and the pyramid. I found out a long time ago, if you just have homunculus perk and you go over the pyramid, over the pyramid, over the pyramid, you can spawn an army of homunculus. I was trying to exploit that for a video today, but it didn't really work, because apparently you can make homunculus immortal. Couldn't get to do it. I'll see about it for another video. I'll have a little bit of a proper look into it. But today I was just examining the old patch notes. But thank you for taking the time to enjoy today's video. I've been Suffer of Let's Suffer Together. We stream live at twitch.tv/Let's Suffer Together. If you enjoy what we do, yeah, join us over there. It's links down in the description. Also, not only our Twitch link down in the description, but other ways you can help us, the playlist, and stuff. We've got buttons around here you can click as well, like the like button, subscribe button, ringing that bell, the join button as well if you want to help buy me a coffee once every month. Highly appreciate it. Anyway, cheers guys, you take it easy, enjoy the rest of your day, wherever you are in the world. Appreciate all your support. I'll catch up with you next time. Hey, it's exciting times in the Noita community, my friends. Let's see what happens next. Take it easy guys, much love. Peace.